Hey everybody, welcome to 2ZQ Hot Takes, where we discuss issues both big and small. I am your host, the very handsome Tim Kirk, and this time I'll be talking about financial reports for Wall Street, consumer products, variety, and the in-person experience. I once got a temp gig where I monitored the recorded financial reports given to investors at a certain time of year where the forecasters gave glowingly optimistic conclusions about the industries they were reporting on. I had a strong recollection of the snack and breakfast food sectors and the imminent excited announcement of new varieties to add to the choices that had already been presented to consumers. The other reporting that stuck in my mind was the extremely lucrative business of adult film streaming, but it wasn't referred to as streaming just yet. The finance guys who gave the glowing reports of the profitability of adult entertainment were particularly excited about the gay adult entertainment sector and hotel rental revenues in particular. Now, we can pay exorbitant amounts of money to view adult entertainment from our cable providers or pay for premium membership on otherwise free sites, and as far as I can see from my armchair, the profitability is something I wonder a little bit about these days because so much of it is available for free online, depending on your personal search skills. Google it and you've got it. Rule number 34. I still prefer the in-person experience. People will interpret that any way they want, so I will just leave it at that. Now, to another in-person experience, shopping. I've never been to a Costco or a BJ's or even a Walmart, so I am unfamiliar with large size packaging for foodstuffs other than the biggest ones I can get at a CVS or any of the largest supermarkets I can find in New York City. The cereal and snack food thing was particularly odd to me because there was a genuine sense of excitement about things like Doritos and their expanded line of products with different flavors and combinations. Now we have advertisements featuring performers stacking pre-made chips with varying flavors to concoct personal snack food experiences. And any trip to a CVS will be one of bombardment. That's your in-person experience. With all of the M&M varieties available, but also Pop-Tarts, and all of that insanely sugary breakfast cereal. It hurts me on the inside to just notice how much of all of that is sugar. Then there are the chips. From Wikipedia, a snack is a small service of food and generally eaten between meals. Snacks come in a variety of forms, including packaged snack foods and other processed foods, as well as items made from fresh ingredients at home. Traditionally, snacks are prepared from ingredients commonly available at home without a great deal of preparation. Often cold cuts, fruits, leftovers, nuts, sandwiches, and sweets are used as snacks. The Dagwood sandwich was originally the humorous result of a cartoon character's desire for large snacks. With the spread of convenience stores, packaged snack foods became a significant business. Snack foods are typically designed to be portable, quick, and satisfying. Processed snack foods, as one form of convenience food, are designed to be less perishable, more durable, and more portable than prepared foods. They often contain substantial amounts of sweeteners, preservatives, and appealing ingredients such as chocolate, peanuts, and specially designed flavors, such as flavored potato chips. Beverages such as coffee are not generally considered snacks, although they may be consumed along with or in lieu of snack foods. A snack eaten shortly before going to bed or during the night may be called a bedtime snack, late night snack, or midnight snack. In the US, a popular snack food is the peanut. Peanuts first arrived from South America via slave ships and became incorporated into African-inspired cooking on southern plantations. After the Civil War, the taste for peanuts spread north, where they were incorporated into the culture of baseball games and vaudeville theaters, hence the rise of the term peanut gallery. Along with popcorn, also of South American origin, snacks bore the stigma of being sold by unhygienic street vendors. The middle-class etiquette of the Victorian era categorized any food that did not require proper usage of utensils as lower class. Pretzels were introduced to North America by the Dutch via New Amsterdam in the 17th century. In the 1860s, the snack was still associated with immigrants, unhygienic street vendors, and saloons. Due to loss of business during the Prohibition era, pretzels underwent rebranding to make them more appealing to the public. As packaging revolutionized snack foods, allowing sellers to reduce contamination risk, while making it easy to advertise brands with a logo, pretzels boomed in popularity, bringing many other types of snack foods with it. By the 1950s, snacking had become an all-American pastime, becoming an internationally recognized emblem of middle American life. Now, we have Rick and Morty hawking Pringles, and Pringles has a variety pack with 27 flavor varieties. Whoa! And it is owned by Kellogg's. I've always loved the name Kellogg. We were osmotically aware of Kellogg since birth. Kellogg's has been around since 1906, and their headquarters is Battle Creek, Michigan. Kellogg. Sounds like an alien or a large amount of electricity. Watch out! That's got 6 Kellogg's worth of electricity in it! Sci-fi movie. The ground crew is searching the remains of a blown-up space colony, and while sifting through the evidence, one of the team picks up a burnt, bloody body part and says, "It was the Kellogg's." They make a lot of stuff with sugar and a lot with salt and a lot with fat. Products include cereals, crackers, toaster pastries, cereal bars, fruit-flavored snacks, frozen waffles, vegetarian foods. Their brands include Eggo, Garden Burger, Pringles, Sunshine, and biscuits. Mascots for a number of breakfast cereals include Cornelius the Rooster for cornflakes, which I never knew, Newton the Owl for Cocoa Hoots, which I've never heard of, Tony the Tiger for Frosted Flakes, Toucan Sam for Fruit Loops, Diggum Frog for Honey Snacks, Sunny the Sun for Raisin Bran cereal, which I also never knew. And of course, we have Snap, Crackle, and Pop. And for Keebler cookies and crackers, we have Ernie and the Elves. And we have Snoop and Martha Stewart selling Tostitos. Frito-Lay's site says, in 1932, C.E. Doolan entered a small San Antonio cafe and purchased a bag of corn chips. After learning the manufacturer was eager to sell his business, he bought the recipe and started making Fritos corn chips in his mother's kitchen. He sold them from his Model T Ford. That same year, Herman W. Lay started a snack food delivery company in Nashville. He, too, bought out the manufacturer to form H.W. Lay & Company, which became one of the largest snack food companies in the Southeast. In 1961, the two companies merged and Frito-Lay was born. 4 years later, in 1965, Frito-Lay merged with Pepsi-Cola to form PepsiCo. Snack lovers everywhere rejoiced. There are 18 brands of Lay's, 9 lightly salted, and 9 kettle cooked. There are 7 brands of Fritos, and also among the brands included are Cheetos, Munchos, Rolled Gold, Cracker Jack, Funyuns, and Ruffles, my favorite. Well, now back to cereal for a minute. Although I have to say, there are more than 24 varieties of Pop-Tarts, which are not cereal, but made by cereal manufacturer Kellogg's. I'll eventually get to a point here, so please bear with me. General Mills itself was created in June 1928 when Washburn-Crosby President James Ford Bell merged Washburn-Crosby with 3 other mills. In 1928, General Mills acquired the Wichita Mill and Elevator Company of the industrialist Frank Kell of Wichita Falls, Texas. With the sale, Kell acquired cash plus stock in the corporation. The newly merged company paid a dividend in 1928 and has continued the dividend uninterrupted since then. One of only a few companies to pay a dividend every year since then. In 1970, General Mills acquired a 5-unit restaurant company called Red Lobster and expanded it nationwide. Soon, a division of General Mills, titled General Mills Restaurants, developed to take charge of the Red Lobster chain. In 1980, General Mills acquired the California-based Good Earth Health Food restaurant chain. The company eventually converted the restaurants into other chain restaurants they were operating, such as Red Lobster. In 1982, General Mills Restaurants founded a new Italian-themed restaurant chain called Olive Garden. Another themed restaurant, China Coast, was added before the entire group was spun off to General Mills shareholders in 1995 as Darden Restaurants. Post was founded by C.W. Post in 1895 in Battle Creek, Michigan. Post was a patient at the Battle Creek Sanitarium run by John Harvey Kellogg, brother of Kellogg Company founder Will Keith Kellogg, and was inspired by the diet there to start his food company and become a rival to the Kellogg brothers, who sold their own breakfast cereals. Post invested $78 in his initial equipment and supplies and set up manufacturing in a barn on what was known as the Old Beardsley Farm. His first product was Postum, a cereal beverage alternative to coffee made from wheat and molasses. The first cereal, Grape Nuts, was developed in 1897, followed by Elijah's Manna in 1904, which was renamed Post Toasties in 1908. This is all real and true. No exaggeration required. As far as I know, this is all factual. This is a list of breakfast cereals. Many cereals are trademark brands of large companies such as Kellogg's, General Mills, Malto-Meal, Nestle, Quaker Oats, and Post Foods, but similar equivalent products are often sold by other manufacturers and as store brands. For the most part, these are U.S. brands. I'm going to go through a selected and far from comprehensive, but all true list of actual cereals that either are or have been on the market. I feel that I will need to repeat that a few times. I do have to say that a lot of these brands are no longer in production and are on the market. Some are made for foreign markets as well, but most of the following is US-based and actively produced. Apple Jacks, Apple DJ Crashers, Apple Jacks Apple Clones, Caramel Apple Jacks, Cinnamon Jacks, Cinnascary Apple Jacks, Apple Jacks Double Vision, Apple Jacks with Blue Carrots, Apple Jacks Gliders, Apple Jacks with Marshmallows, Apple Raisin Crisp, Cap'n Crunch Crunch Berries, Home Run Crunch, Peanut Butter Crunch, Punch Crunch, Touchdown Crunch, Vanilla Crunch, Captain Planet Cereal, Caramel Crunchfuls, Cheerios, Ancient Grain Cheerios, Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, Banana Nut Cheerios, Berry Burst Cheerios, Berry Burst Cheerios Strawberry, Berry Burst Cheerios Triple Berry, Cheerios Protein, Cinnamon Cheerios, Cinnamon Burst Cheerios, Cinnamon Nut Cheerios, Chocolate Cheerios, Chocolate Peanut Butter Cheerios, Frosted Cheerios, Fruited Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios, Maple Cheerios, Millennials Cheerios, Multigrain Cheerios, Multigrain Dark Chocolate Crunch Cheerios, Multigrain Peanut Butter Crunch Cheerios, Oat Cluster Cheerios Crunch, Pumpkin Spice Cheerios, Strawberry Cheerios, Team USA Cheerios, Toasted Coconut Cheerios, Very Berry Cheerios, Yogurt Burst Cheerios Strawberry, Yogurt Burst Cheerios Vanilla, Chex, Apple Cinnamon Chex, Chocolate Chex, Cinnamon Chex, Corn Chex, Double Chex, Frosted Mini Chex, Graham Chex, Honey Graham Chex, Honey Nut Chex, Multi-Brand Chex, Rice Chex, Strawberry Chex, Sugar Chex, Vanilla Chex, Wheat Chex, cereal called Choco Crunch, Choco-Pick, Chocolate Donuts, Chocolate Crunchfuls, Chocolate Flakes, Chocolate Peanut Butter Corn Pops, Brebet Crunch, Chocolatey Peanut Butter Crunch, Chocolate Toast Crunch, Chocos. Then there's Christmas Crunch. Now for other cinnamon stuff, the Cinnabon, Cinnamon Crunch Crispix, Cinnamon Grahams, Cinnamon Jacks, Cinnamon Mini Buns, Cinnamon Marshmallow Scooby-Doo, Cinnamon Toast Crunch Churros, Cinnamon Toasters, Cookie Crisp Brownie, Double Chocolate Cookie Crisp, Oatmeal Cookie Crisp, Peanut Butter Cookie Crisp, Cookie Crisp Sprinkles, Vanilla Cookie Crisp. Then we have French Toast Crunch, Fruit Loops Treasures, Frosted Flakes, Banana Frosted Flakes, Birthday Confetti Frosted Flakes, Cocoa Frosted Flakes, Less Sugar Frosted Flakes, Frosted Flakes Gold, Frosted Flakes Chocolate, Honey Nut Frosted Flakes, Banana Cream Frosted Flakes, Frosted Mini Spooners, Frosted Mini Wheats, Frosted Mini Wheat Strawberry Delight, Bite-Size Frosted Mini Wheats with Brown Sugar, Bite-Size Frosted Blueberry Muffin, Bite-Size Frosted Cinnamon Streusel, Bite-Size Frosted Chocolate, Bite-Size Frosted Maple and Brown Sugar, Bite-Size Frosted Strawberry Delight, Bite-Size Frosted Vanilla Cream, Frosted Mini Wheats Big Bite, Unfrosted Mini Wheats. Well, there you go. Now we go to anything with golden on it. There's Golden Crisp, Golden Goals, Golden Grams, Golden Nuggets, Golden Oats, and Golden Puffs. And now we get to honey. Honey bunches of oats. Honey bunches of oats with almonds. Honey bunches of oats with apples and cinnamon bunches. Honey bunches of oats with bananas. Honey bunches of oats with peaches. Honey bunches of oats with strawberries. Honey bunches of oats with chocolate clusters. Honey bunches of oats with cinnamon clusters. Honey bunches of oats with vanilla clusters. Honey bunches of oats with just bunches. Honey bunches of oats fruit blends. Chicken and waffles, honey bunches of oats. Maple bacon donuts, honey bunches of oats. Honey bunny, honey buzzers, honeycomb, honeycomb strawberry, honey cups, honey full wheat, honey graham O's, honey graham squares, honey made, honey nut clusters, honey crisps, raisin crisps, honey nut cornflakes, honey nut shredded wheat, honey nut toasty oats, honey and oat blenders, honey puffs, honey smacks, honey toasted kernza. Okay. There's also Disney Honey Bunnies, Honey Graham, Honey Stars. One of my all-time favorites from when I was a kid, Kaboom and Life. Then we have Lucky Charms, Berry Lucky Charms, Chocolate Lucky Charms, Fruity Lucky Charms. We have Mapo, the Monster cereals, which we all grew up loving. Boo Berry, Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Fruit Brute. Then there's Nut and Honey. Then there's Peanut Butter Crunch, Peanut Butter Puffs, Peanut Butter Toast Crunch. And now, one of my favorites is Pebbles. There's Pebbles cereal, Bam Bam Berry Pebbles, Cinnacrunch Pebbles, Cinnamon Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, Cupcake Pebbles, Dino Pebbles, Dino S'mores Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles, Ice Berry Pebbles, Limited Edition Smurfs Pebbles, Marshmallow Mania Pebbles, Marshmallow Pebbles, Pebbles Boulders, Poppin' Pebbles, Winter Fruity Pebbles. This is being fed to little ones and some adults with arrested development. And we also have puffed rice and puffed wheat. And then Quisp and Quake, Quaker 100% natural granola, Quaker oatmeal squares, Quaker O's. Don't forget King Vitaman. Also Raisin Bran Crunch, Raisin Nut Bran, Raisin Squares. And of course, Rice Krispies, Apple Cinnamon Rice Krispies, Berry Krispies, Cocoa Krispies, Cocoa Krispies Choconilla, Frosted Krispies, Fruity Marshmallow Krispies, Honey Rice Krispies, Jumbo Krispies, Marshmallow Rice Krispies, Razzle Dazzle Rice Krispies, Rice Krispies with real strawberries, Rice Krispies Treats Cereal, Rice Krispies with vanilla flavor, Strawberry Rice Krispies. We also have shredded wheat. And of course, you cannot have a healthy breakfast without Special K. So there is Special K, Chocolatey Delight, Cinnamon Pecan, Blueberry, Red Berries, Vanilla Almond, Fruit and Yogurt, Protein Plus. These are all Special K brands. Then there are Sprinkle Spangles, Stars, Start, Strawberry Blasted Honeycomb, Strawberry Squares, Strawberry Shortcake, Strawberry Smiggles, Sugar Crisp, Sugar Jets, Sugar Puffs, Sugar Smacks, Sugar Sprinkled Twinkles. What the hell is that? Well, that hasn't been around for a long time. Monopoly cereal, Hershey's Kisses cereal, Krusty O's, Bob Ross, the Joy of Cereal, Aquaman, Atlantis, the Lost Empire, Avengers, Bart Simpson's No Problemos, Bart Simpson's Eat My Shorts, Bart Simpson's Peanut Butter Chocolate Crunch. Batman. Batman Returns. Black Panther. Gremlins cereal. C-3POs. Cars. Cars 2. Cereals. Mickey's Magics. Homer's Cinnamon Donut Cereal. Mickey Mouse Magic Crunch. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Berry Crunch. Cars 3. The Cat in the Hat. Finding Dory. Dudley Do-Right. Donkey Kong Crunch. Donkey Kong Jr. Cereal. Dora the Explorer. High School Musical Cereal. Cabbage Patch Kids Cereal. E.T. Cereal. The Elf on the Shelf Cereal. G.I. Joe Action Stars. Ghostbusters Cereal. Ghostbusters 2 Cereal. Indiana Jones. Jurassic Park Crunch. Monsters University Cereal. Mega Man. Mr. T Cereal. Nutter Butter. Oreo O's. Peeps. Pink Panther Flakes. Pop-Tarts Crunch. Keebler Cereal. Keebler Cookie Crunch Cereal. Kung Fu Panda Cruncher Cereal. Pirates of the Caribbean Cereal. Nerds Cereal. Nestle's Nesquik. Nickelodeon Green Slime Cereal. Nintendo Cereal System. Pokemon Cereal. Rainbow Bright Cereal. Slimer and the Real Ghostbusters Cereal. Spider-Man Cereal. Spider-Man 3 Cereal. SpongeBob SquarePants. Star Wars Cereal. Superman Stars. Super Mario Cereal. Tiny Toon Adventures Cereal. Teddy Graham's Breakfast Bears Graham Cereal. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sonic the Hedgehog. Smurf Berry Crunch. Smurf Magic Berries. Scooby-Doo. Sesame Street Cereal. Shrek's, not donkeys. Shrek 2 Mud and Worms. Shrek Cereal. Shrek Ogeros. Richard Petty 43s. Hot Wheels. How to Train Your Dragon Adventure Crunch. Hulk Cereal. Tony's Cinnamon Crunchers. Tony's Turbos. Total Cinnamon Crunch. Total Corn. Total Cranberry Crunch. Total Honey Clusters. Total Raisin Bran. And there's something I've never heard of. Uncle Sam Cereal from U.S. Mills. My favorite brand names of all are Urkel O's. They don't make them anymore. Booty O's. I think they were only made in 2016. And Dinky Donuts. What is really disturbing to me is the association of a beloved brand name or character with all that sugar. From Wikipedia, between the mid-2000s and 2019, sugarcane accounted for between 40 and 45% of the total sugar produced domestically, and sugar beet for between 55 and 60% of production. U.S. sugar production expanded from an early 1980s average of 6.0 million short tons raw value to an average 8.4 million short tons between 2005, 2006, and 2019. The other part of the in-person experience includes that diabetes is at an all-time high in the U.S. The CDC's Division of Diabetes Translation states that 1% of the population, which is about 500,000 people, had diagnosed diabetes in 1958. In 2015, around 9.4% of the population in the U.S. had diabetes, including 30.2 million adults aged 18 years and over. Nearly a quarter of those with no condition do not know they have it. Between 1990 and 2010, the number of people living with diabetes more than tripled. That's 20 years. And the number of new cases doubled every year. Figures suggest that the incidence is leveling off and may even be falling, but it remains unclear whether this will continue as other factors come into play, such as the aging population. The risk of developing diabetes increases with age. The CDC report that 4% of people aged 18 to 44 are living with diabetes, 17% of those aged 45 to 64 years, and 25.2% of those aged over 65 years. Causes. Type 2 diabetes is thought to be the result of a combination of genetic and lifestyle factors. Scientists do not know the exact cause, but risk factors appear to include excess body fat, high blood pressure or cholesterol, having a close family member with the condition, a history of gestational diabetes, and higher age. As obesity has become more prevalent over the past few decades, so too has the rate of type 2 diabetes. In 2013, more than 1 in 3 people in the U.S. were considered to have obesity, and over 2 in 3 were either overweight or had obesity. In 1995, obesity affected 15.3% of Americans, and in 2008, the figure was 25.6%. From 1998 to 2008, the incidence of diabetes increased by 90%. Although the link between obesity and diabetes is well known, the reasons for the link remain unclear. A report in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism asks why, if there is a link, obesity does not always lead to diabetes. The same report notes that the location of body fat appears to play a role. People with more fat in the upper body area and around the waist are more likely to get diabetes than those who carry their body fat around the hips and lower body. Diabetes mellitus, or diabetes, is a disease that causes high blood sugar. It occurs when there is a problem with insulin. Insulin is a hormone that takes sugar from foods and moves it to the body's cells. If the body does not make enough insulin or does not use insulin well, the sugar from food stays in the blood, resulting in high blood sugar. Diabetes is a key health concern worldwide. In the United States, the rate of new cases rose sharply from the 1990s but fell between 2008 and 2015, and it continues to fall, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's National Diabetes Report. Meanwhile, the number of adults living with diabetes continues to rise. The most common of diabetes is type 2. According to the CDC, 90 to 95% of people with diabetes in the United States have type 2. Just 5% have type 1. From 2012, rates of new diagnosed cases of type 1 and type 2 diabetes are increasing among youth in the United States, according to a report, Incidence Trends of Type 1 and Type 2 Diabetes Among Youths, 2002 to 2012. In the United States, 29.1 million people are living with diagnosed or undiagnosed diabetes, and about 208,000 people younger than 20 years are living with diagnosed diabetes. The increase in sedentary lifestyle, combined with the dramatic increase in the consumption of sugary, salty, and fat-laden foods, is frightening all by itself. But when you see the deliberate infliction of all of these completely unnecessary additions to diets, with all of that salt and all of that sugar and all of that fat, you might start to think there is a conspiracy. I am really afraid of looking into the meat processing industries. I get petitions in my inbox all the time asking me to sign and demand certain companies stop destroying the rainforest to harvest palm oil, which is an additive in snack food. And the harvesting of palm oil is harmful to the ecosystem and the natural habitat of orangutans in Indonesia as well. In 2016, the global production of palm oil was estimated at 62.6 million tons, mainly from Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Colombia, and Ecuador. Oil produced from palm fruit is called red palm oil or just palm oil. It is around 50% saturated fat, considerably less than palm kernel oil, and 40% unsaturated fat and 10% polyunsaturated fat. In its unprocessed state, red palm oil has an intense deep red color because of its abundant carotene content. Like palm kernel oil, red palm oil contains about 50% medium-chain fatty acids, but it also contains the following nutrients: carotenoids, such as alpha-carotene, beta-carotene, and lycopene, sterols, and vitamin E. White palm oil is the result of processing and refining. When refined, the palm oil loses its deep red color. It is extensively used in food manufacture and can be found in a variety of processed foods, including peanut butter and chips. It is often labeled as palm shortening and is used as a replacement ingredient for hydrogenated fats in a variety of baked and fried products. Now, The USDA says that sugarcane production by state, and Florida, Louisiana, and Texas lead all the rest of the states. In 2019 and 2020, 11,000 short tons in Florida, 14,629 short tons in Louisiana, 1,251 short tons in Texas. That's just from sugarcane. Sugar beet production in the United States in 2019 and 2020 accounts for 34,751 short tons. Comes from Minnesota, North Dakota, Idaho, Michigan, Nebraska, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, California, and Washington. That's a lot of sugar. So there you go. We eat tons of sugar, tons of palm oil, and tons of salt every year. We have an incredible rise in diabetes and heart disease. I have relatives who have moved out of state, and they tell me everything's drive-through, and everybody has a pickup, and everybody is sedentary. One member of the new Queer Eye cast has been hawking Pop-Tarts. The LGBT community is not immune. Something to think about. Thanks for listening. See you next time. And as the kiddies say, peace out.